Life can be unpredictable but also beautiful. Life is like traffic on Indian roads. You have to look both ways to survive. And as Mel Brooks once quoted aptly, hope for the best, accept the worst. Life is a play, we're unrehearsed. So let's live this beautiful, unrehearsed life to its fullest and one day at a time. Hello and welcome back to a gem of a show which has made its stamp deep in your hearts. Oppo F17 Pro presents the Love, Laugh, Live show only on the Times Network. Hi, I'm Mandira Bedi and my guest today makes me want to change the name of the show from Love, Laugh, Live to Love, Love, Love. She is someone who made her way into every Indian household since a decade now. With her talent and her unprecedented looks, she's shone bright in the entertainment industry. Starting her career from television as the almighty herself, India's favorite Naagin, the girl with a heart of gold. Please welcome the gorgeous, the multi-talented and a very dear friend, the magnetic Mouni Roy.
I can't believe you gave me that introduction. There's a small correction though, not your dear friend, one of your best friends.
Yeah, well, you know, I wanted that to unfold as the episode went by.
Absolutely, but let me tell you guys, all the adjectives she's used for me, she's all that and much more. And you inspire me every single day, and you give so much love, and you teach like everybody around you with all your heart and soul, and you really mean everything that you say, and you listen to everybody so ardently and help everybody in whichever way you can.
Come on.
So keep being that, and I'm so happy today to be here on your show.
I love you. Thank you for all these wonderful words. I don't deserve them, but for me, I've been so excited about today because all roads lead to today for me. This show with you, I'm so happy to have you on.
Me too, I'm very happy to be here.
I know so much about you, but I'm going to get to know some more because I have to tell you my research team is very strong on
Really?
the show. Yes,
wow,
yes.
Okay.
I would say you would describe yourself as a reader, a traveler, a foodie. So how has that gone in these last few months of lockdown?
I think I've done all that and much more. I only knew how to eat, now I know how to cook. I was only a reader, but now I know how to apply what I read and learn in my life. So that's something this lockdown has taught me.
So it's a mix of fiction, fiction and
non-fiction.
Non-fiction.
Yeah. And traveling, yes, I think I'm one of those very few people who was across 3 countries this lockdown. I was in Dubai and Abu Dhabi first, then I went to London for work, and then we went to Maldives and back to Dubai, and now I'm here. So I think that's worked out very, I really can't complain, you know. This pandemic has both been a purging and a curse. So it's also been I don't know, a spiritual cleansing probably
I was
for a
just
lot
going
of
to come
us.
to that.
Yeah,
you have always been a spiritual person, but did the Gita classes start?
Oh my God, yes, absolutely. I was doing these classes off and on since the last year and a half, thanks to my childhood friend, Anisha. I was staying with her in Abu Dhabi.
Yes.
But during the lockdown, now I've become so religious with my Gita classes that, you know, I would, unless it's work and I'm shooting, I'd miss anything for my those 2 hours of Gita class every week.
So you are a bookworm if I ever knew one. In fact, for her birthday, I gave her a bookmark that said Kitabi Keeda.
She also gave me a t-shirt which says Kiss the Bookworm.
That's right.
I love it.
Now this bookworm is also going to write a book, is it?
Yeah, your research team is really good. I think
You
it's
wanted
a one-off interview. I did, and I wrote 10 chapters even, but they were so bad. I shouldn't have burned them, but I did, because I'm also very reckless and restless when
and very critical of yourself.
Yeah, I think so. I should have just kept them and let them be, and, you know, probably open. But you know, I guess we change and evolve as people a lot. Earlier on, I wanted to write, and I thought, you know, I needed to do a course, creative writing course or something, which never happened. So and a writer friend of mine told me, you know, Mouni, there are lots of unfinished books than there are finished. So give yourself 2 or 3 months and write it down. But you know, work started again, and you know, I started working and shooting, and you know how television functions. You barely have time to sleep.
No, but with all the spiritual books you're reading and the fact that you're doing these Gita classes, I think that corner, we're about to turn it right now, very soon now,
I
and
hope so.
You will be putting pen to paper sooner than you think.
Thank you.
Now, you started with television. What was the whole Naagin experience like? If you could just tell us in a little, like...
Yeah, Naagin was madness. Naagin is a show that, well, it was, you know, when it started, it was me, Arjun, Sudha ma'am, and Ada. It was not only a roller coaster ride. I think that show we gave our blood and sweat to. Like literally, we have ran across Film City and barren lands in barefoot. And at that point of time, there was no reference point for a TV show.
Yes.
Which is why we thought you needed to be as organic as possible. I remember Ada falling off a tree and scratching herself completely. Also, you know, because it being a fantasy fiction, there was a lot of stuff that was very, very, very outlandish.
Yes.
And we had no A, reference point, to B, we still had to do it with so much conviction that people actually saw and believed in all those things. And initially we were very shocked and surprised how much it was accepted
and loved. And it was like cult following.
Yeah, but slowly we realized, you know, what happens with the fantasy fiction is, you know, it has no, fact that it has no relatability is a lot of entertainment, which is what I think happened with the show, and which is why it was a huge success.
Let's talk a little bit about Brahmastra. You've been a part of it. It's been quite a few... It's been a while that you've been shooting it. Any update that you can share with us? Maybe can you tell us something about your character?
So, no, I have finished filming it. It was a film wrap for me a few days back, and I cannot tell you what an overwhelming experience it has been. Well, the character that I play, the people that I have worked with, the people that I've gotten to know during these last 3 years, that's precious. It's always going to be. This film project is, you know, it's really, really precious and special to me, and I cannot wait for you, especially, and all of you all to watch the movie.
Okay, now, London Confidential is your debut on the digital on OTT. What was that experience like? And you know, while everybody was sitting home and stepping out only with masks, there you were shooting. That is a very blessed place to be for actors during this time. So tell us about the experience and how you enjoyed it. And do you find it different from television?
Different from television, yeah. More, only because, you know, there's a bound script. Everything is also the hours are less. But in terms of the amount of hard work that you have to put in, I think there's no shortcut to hard work. No. So you have to put in the same amount of effort and work towards the role that you're playing and the character that you're portraying. So it was that I can't really differentiate, but yes, the process is slightly different. How you kind of work on a character is slightly different.
Yes.
That's all. And thankfully Purab was there, so that was a great association. Our collaboration.
Have you worked with him before?
No. In fact, we were in Jhalak in the same season together.
Right. So you knew each other.
6 years back. We'd met. So it was very, very nice. Our Kaval sir, our director, he's also he's very, very good at what he does. So few things, tricks that we we both learned from him. So it was a very good experience. Also London and summer, the weather was beautiful. So couldn't have asked for more.
So possibly another one coming up? Or
well, I'm shooting for one, but I can't really talk about it because the makers haven't announced it yet.
So there is more. There is more where that came from. Guys, this is just the beginning of something great. It's time for a break, but after this, we'll be back with Mouni, and we're going to ask her about her marriage ideas and her love life in the next segment of Oppo F17 Pro presents the Love, Laugh, Live show, only on the Times Network. Don't go anywhere. Are you the kind to stay friends with, like, ex?
No, no contact. I mean, if you're walking ahead, keep walking ahead. There's nothing in the past.
Why need to look back?
Look back.
Welcome back, people, to Oppo F17 Pro presents the Love, Laugh, Live show. We're here with Mouni Roy, ready to take a leap into her love life.
Am
This is,
I?
yes, it's the Love, Laugh, Live show. So we're going to talk about your love life. Now, first up.
You're ignoring me. I'm looking into your eyes.
Oh, you're
trying to
looking
make
into
you
my
fall
eyes.
in love with me.
I'm already, the thing is, before we do anything, before we actually talk about your love life, let's talk about our love story.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to say this, that we met through a friend, and initially I did not like you, you know that, right?
Yeah.
And you know what her thought was? To know me is to love me. Just let her get to know me, and then everything's going to change, and here we are.
No, I used to love you from, I've told her this. So I've always loved M. I loved the way she looked, she spoke. She's so soft-spoken. No matter how angry or sad or happy or excited she is, she has this balance, and that's an art. So I've always really looked up to her and liked her. So when I knew that I was going to Naples and she's going to be there, I was very excited, and I didn't care how she felt at that point in time.
To know me is to love me.
No,
And to know
you
is to love
didn't
me.
hate me. You were just a little skeptical, I think, about, okay, this girl is coming.
Skeptical is the
How
word.
is she? And then, I met her, and I kind of felt this resistance, and I went up to her. I said, you have to like me, right? I really, really like you. So that's how it all started.
So that's what I'm saying. Like I started the show. I started the show saying life is beautiful and unpredictable.
That's true.
And that's how it's been for us.
Yeah.
But as far as marriage and love is concerned, you've gone on record saying you want life to surprise you.
Yes.
Is that right?
Absolutely.
What does that mean? You're just waiting for it to happen, or do you think that sometimes universe or people need to conspire to make it happen?
I think it's a mixture of all of that. Like Shakespeare would say, it's the unity of time, space, and action. I think everything needs to come together. Also, when I say I want life to surprise me, I say that because every time I try and plan something, it never materializes. So I think it's best if you let the universe do what it
Needs to do.
And let's see when it happens now.
You're a hopeless romantic.
I used to be, I studied literature. I kind of have to be a hopeless romantic. But now I'm becoming a realist. I think life and experience kind of does that to you.
No incident or person or anything has made you feel that way?
Nothing at all. I just feel romance kind of solidifies and becomes mature if you kind of have a slightly practical approach towards it. So you don't have any unprecedented expectations, and you can get away with. It's almost like letting go of some of the attachments towards a relationship, or romanticizing pathos when you don't need to. So everything that's not needed, you kind of let go of that. And a mature romance is, I think,
with less expectations.
With less expectations is way more beautiful and far superior than hanging on to the lousiness of romance, and that actually can hurt you.
In December 2019, you said you are single and not looking to settle down anytime soon. A year and a pandemic later, are things the same, or would you say that you know or can identify someone as your Jeevan Sathi?
Usually don't talk about my personal life on national television, but
Share what you can, share what you'd like to.
All I can say is I'm in a good place in my life,
Okay.
so it's
So,
nice.
would you be able to share with us what are the qualities you would look for, or that you'd like your Jeevan Sathi to have?
I used to have these concepts and constructs about the kind of person that I would want to be with a few years back. I think you can't really decide the kind of person that you want to be with. You fall for who you fall for.
Yes.
But
That's a very practical approach.
A few basic virtues that I would want my man to have would be honesty, respect for his both his elders and people around him, and somebody who I can really, really look up to and respect and learn from. That would be the way. Also, somebody who's really funny.
I was just going to say,
sense of music. I can go on and on.
Everybody says sense of humor, but boyfriends and girlfriends and husbands and wives don't end up telling each other jokes. But yes, he should be fun and funny.
Funny, yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody you
Good
can
sense
have fun with.
Good sense of music as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
of
that's
course.
just an added bonus. It's okay.
Okay, those are the...
Those you can teach somebody, you know, so those are fine. You have to have a potential in a person.
Tell me something, is there someone in your life, any of your friends or anyone from your family that wants to play matchmaker? Because, you know, there are always those kind of people who want to try and set up their
They've given
their
up now.
people,
They've given up.
बहुत अच्छा लड़का है, like, you have to meet him.
It used to be my Masi's. It used to be Anisha's mom, Rupali's mom. Actually, everybody I know, everybody has tried. In fact, Shakti was on this show. Even Shakti and her parents have tried matchmaking for me. And these things have a way of working itself out, you know. That's what I believe. And
but I would be sort of hit with a stick if I didn't ask this question. You know, there was this diamond ring that I think you're wearing. I don't know whether you're wearing it, but you know, it's fired up the internet and people are like,
no,
1 minute she's wearing
I got
a ring
for
on the
myself,
ring.
guys.
Yes. It's all a part of self-love, right?
Self-love. I bought them myself for myself. No, about that ring, it was rather funny because it was an ad. Okay. It was literally like, you know, an Instagram post that I had to do for a particular brand, and it kind of. But the reaction was very, very endearing and funny to watch. Everybody was shell-shocked because, you know, my entire life I'm single, and suddenly you see me with a ring like that.
With a ring like that.
Yeah, so everybody was like, wait, what happened for a minute? So all my friends kind of were very, very shocked, but then they were all laughing by the end of it. So I think that was what it was about.
Okay, now a thoda hatke question. Are you the kind to stay friends with like any of your exes?
No, I'm
or
not
do you
that.
think it's time, like once it's over,
Once
over
it's
and done
over,
with, move on?
Yeah, once it's over, it's
and
over and done.
No contact after that?
No, yeah, no contact. I mean, if you're walking ahead, keep walking ahead. There's nothing in the past.
No
Why
need
do
to
you
look back.
Look back, yeah.
On that note, it's time for a game. This game is called Whisper Whisper.
Whisper Whisper.
And on your cue card, you have a couple of words, and on my cue card, I have a couple of words.
Okay.
So when you put on your headphones, it'll have some music playing.
Okay.
And I'll try and make you guess a couple of those words.
So who's wearing it first? Should I?
Do you want to start?
Yeah, okay.
All right, you can start, and I'm going to start with the first word, yeah?
Okay, cool.
Okay. Once in a blue moon.
Okay, pace it out. Words.
Yeah. So, I'm just going to say the phrase, once in a blue moon.
Once she said. Say it again.
Once in
Once.
blue moon.
Once in a blue moon.
Yes! Very good. You're good at lip reading. Now my turn. Yes. Okay, do it slowly. Do it slowly. Speak. Speech. Out. Speak out.
Speak louder.
Speak out.
Speak louder.
Loud. Speak loud.
Duh. Speak louder.
Louder. All right. Okay. See? Your turn. Last one. The ball
The
in your court.
in your the
Ball.
ball. The ball is in your court.
Yes.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
Very easy. Very easy. This is. I speak English. I
I
speak
speak.
English.
You speak English very well. Okay, there was something for everybody in that section, but there's a lot more in our next segment. We're going to ask Mouni about her Abu Dhabi lockdown chronicles and much more only on Oppo F17 Pro presents the Love, Laugh, Live show. You left for Abu Dhabi with 4 days clothes.
Yeah, 5 days clothes. Yeah.
And आप तो बस NRI बन गए virtually.
मुझे NRI बनने का बहुत शौक था.
Welcome back, folks, to another splendid episode of Oppo F17 Pro presents the Love, Laugh, Live show. This time with Mouni Roy, ready to enter the most fun segment of our show, We're going to talk about lockdown chronicles. We mentioned it, you mentioned it earlier. You left for Abu Dhabi with 4 days clothes.
Yeah, 5 days clothes, yeah.
And आप तो बस NRI बन गए virtually.
मुझे NRI बनने का बहुत शौक था. No, it was I think at that point of time I was very, very nervous and anxious, but I think it's the funnest thing that has happened to me in many, many years, that, I've gone somewhere for 5 days and I've ended up staying there for 7.5 months, almost 8 months after I came
How
back.
did you recover from that? I mean, obviously you bought yourself a whole new everything.
Yeah, but initially, no, where? First 2.5, 3 months, I was literally wearing Anisha's night suits, and her niece is 14 years old. Thankfully, her clothes fitted me. So I was on her clothes, and whatever basics I needed, I ordered online.
Yes.
So yeah, that was that, and it was quite liberating, I must say, to go there, not have anything.
But you left at a time when things were really looking very uncertain, and you probably took one of the last few flights going out of India.
That was my stupidity and ignorance. That was definitely because I genuinely thought that even if there wouldn't be a lockdown. I didn't really expect a lockdown. I thought, if I could come back, there'd be 4 days of quarantine, and that would be that. I didn't really expect a lockdown, which is why I thought, okay, even if I go back after a week or two, it would be fine. But I left on the 13th of March, I remember. I left after a shoot, and on the 20th or on the 21st, they announced a lockdown in Bombay.
What does travel mean to you?
Liberation, learning, sort of cultural exchange. I love meeting new people, going to new places, learning about them. So it's not just one thing. I think it is very wholesome for me. It's an experience that I would never want to stop having in my life.
Are you a beach person or are you a mountain person?
Both. I don't want to choose anymore. I used to say, there were times when I used to feel like I'm a beach person, and there were other times where I felt like, mountains and forests call me out. I have just realized nature is sublime. There's just sublimity. You leave anybody in between nature, and it's so healing. I know you're a beach person.
I'm a beach person.
Yeah, completely.
But still, you're a lover of adventure, and there's this bungee jumping story.
I've done the highest bungee in the world from Macau. I thought my death wish was coming true, but I did it.
Yes,
still.
But it was without a harness. I mean,
no, they don't. They harness your feet. Obviously, you can't jump without that. Yeah, so there's no other support in your body. So it's basically a free fall, and you feel like you're going to die. And when I did it, I think it was -4 degrees, and it was drizzling a little bit. And I could feel my tears, like my wet, iced tears coming down, running down my cheeks. And that man who's just like, he was harnessing when he said, what's your name? So I said, Mouni. Mouni, how many people have died so far? I said, how many? He's like, not even one. Today might be the first.
Oh no!
I started crying, but then it's again so liberating, and you feel like you're flying. Once you've done it, you want to go again and
what
again.
What made you agree to do it in the first place?
Because I just wanted to do bungee. Yeah, I want to do all these things, but then 5 seconds before I'm about to do it, then I second guess.
You might want to chicken out at that point.
Yeah. Because it's nerve-wracking, right? The same with skydiving. I was very excited. The moment so it's literally you are up high in the blue, and then they open the aeroplane.
Yes.
All you can see, like you're sitting here, like you can
Nothing.
Yeah, it's the sky.
But that's scary, right?
Very scary, but lot of fun. So much fun.
I'm just saying for I know you, but I didn't know that you'd have this thing to go and jump bungee and skydive. I didn't even know about the skydiving thing.
Yeah.
Well done.
Thank you.
So now, for someone who's read so much and someone who's very studious in school, your father wanted you to repeat 10th grade, is that right?
How did you know
Why?
this?
Why?
Because of mathematics.
Oh, I hear you, sister.
Mathematics. I remember every time there was an exam, and I'd try to memorize it because I'm dyslexic. I know it today. Numbers don't make sense in my head. I've really tried hard. Like the best of teachers have tried to tutor me, and it just doesn't help at all. I'm petrified of maths. Like you give me numbers and I start shaking. So he thought it would be better, but then my teachers and the principal at that point, principal sir at that point of time said, let her give the exams. If she doesn't pass, she has to repeat the year. But I don't, because all the other subjects are very, very strong, so I don't suggest that she should.
So how did you do in that
I got a 56.
Okay, so
yeah, but all my other subjects I had 90 plus, so that was just bringing my, the percentage average down a lot. But it's okay. I'm just very happy I passed.
So now I've heard that on your phone, this I didn't know about you. On your phone, you have a couple of names saved as "Don't Pick" and "Never Pick."
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes, I do.
So, like, who qualifies for that? I know one person.
I can't tell you the names here. I will tell you.
I don't want to know the names. I know one or two names already.
Earlier on, we used to have we didn't have these smartphones, right?
Yeah.
So I don't remember. I don't know if there was or not. I was stupid enough to not know that there was a block button. So which is where it started
back
from.
Back then, there possibly wasn't a block button,
right? Yeah. Like I'm talking 7, 8, 9 years back. So I used to save.
Yeah.
No, so don't pick and never pick are basically the same thing, but you kind of just to, and I have a very good memory, but if you save everybody as don't picks, then you wouldn't remember who is calling.
Yes.
So because I am the person that I am, I would want to know who is calling, but if those are the people that I don't want to talk to, then we don't pick 1, don't pick 2, and never pick 1, never pick 2, never pick 3. So I know exactly who is calling. I don't know anymore because now if I don't want anybody in my life, I'm very, very, I don't live in grays. I'm a very black or white person. Okay. So I'd block them and delete their numbers. So it's more like, yeah. I don't need to know if you're trying to get in touch with me.
Okay. And also in terms of things, now that's people you don't like, but things you like. There's one very, very favorite old pair of worn-out pajamas, which you never throw away.
Yeah.
Tell me about them.
They're Anisha's.
Have I seen them?
No, I don't think so. They're Anisha's actually. So in Delhi, she's the girl that I've done all my firsts with, every first. Like she's been there to witness it all. Yeah, she's my childhood friend. So weekends I stay at her place in Delhi when we were studying together, and we'd go out partying. And I don't know, I had that very, I was at a very impressionable age, and I used to only like very Delhi hard boho kind of clothes. So if I didn't have anything nice to wear, I had 5 piercing. And I have so it's literally like I was a full boho chick at that point of time, kajal and grungy and nothing else. Like that was my look. So I would look for pajamas in her. So we'd be going to a really, really chic place, and she'd be like, Mouni, I have a wardrobe full of clothes. What are you taking out? So those were her night suit pajamas, but they were baggy and orange and red.
They fell a certain way,
and I'd wear them like really low waist and wear these halter tops. So that was my look back in those days. So it was one of those pajamas that I really, really liked. I think I took 2 of them. One was orange and one was black.
Still around?
And it's somewhere there in my wardrobe for sure. I have never, that was one. And then I'm from Miranda House. I've studied in Miranda. So there's one t-shirt that said the lifeline of a Mirandian, and it said her attitude. Quite wannabe now that I think of it, but at that point of time I used to love it. So these 2 things are there. I know they're there somewhere there in my, I've never thrown them.
Very nice.
The last 15,
No, and these kind of things
years.
have to stay in the wardrobe. There's some things that are on your wish list to fit into wear, some things that are very nostalgic and have that kind of value
to
that you never should throw them away. Somewhere at the back of the closet, but should be around.
There.
Okay, on that note, it's time for some more excitement with our Oppo F17 Pro Flaunt It Your Way segment. It's a rapid fire round. I'm going to ask you some questions with some options as answers. You just have to tell us the best way that you flaunt your style. Okay, are you ready? All right. So you're well known for your fashion statement, but if at a prestigious event you notice another actor is wearing the same dress as yours, how will you react? A, flaunt how the outfit looks sleekest on you. No one has a waistline like yours. Anyway. B, quickly go back home, change and flaunt your new look. C, flaunt your cool by taking a selfie with her.
C. Yeah.
I thought so. Okay. 2.
You know me. Yes. I literally be like, look at us, wearing the same clothes.
Let's take a picture. 2. You invited your friends for dinner. You cooked a special recipe. Now we know you can cook. You haven't cooked for me yet.
No, I haven't. I'll make something.
But it didn't turn out so good as per this question. What will you do? A, order food from outside. B, try and cook all over again and flaunt your culinary skills. Or C, serve the same and flaunt it anyway.
I will order the food from outside, and if the people that I'm calling over are my close friends, I'll make them have that shitty food also.
Okay.
Both.
Okay, so it's A and C. They've got to eat a little bit of the good food and some of the bad food as well.
Yeah.
Fine. Yes, I've slaved in the kitchen. You have to eat what I've made. Okay, 3. If you're out with your family on a vacation and to spend some quality time with them, but you have fans following you there too asking for a selfie, what will you do? A. Wear your sports shoes and run, flaunting your fitness.
I'm not.
that face was that.
Yeah.
B. Hide in your resort. I don't think it's that either. C. Flaunt your style and take a picture.
Take a picture.
Of course. Yeah. Okay, 4. Your fans and social media followers are pleading you to reveal your fitness secret in your next video on social media. What will you do? A. Flaunt your fitness and let it be a secret. B. Share your fitness secret. C. You say you were born fit, so you sleep all day and do nothing.
I'll just be very honest. I think I'd just tell them how I do a little bit of yoga and yeah, I tell them what I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
A, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But it'll not be.
Share your fitness.
But it'll not be the exact way because I don't have a fitness secret. Okay.
Well, whatever it is that gets you to look like you do.
Okay.
That. Okay. After a stressful day, what is the fastest way of charging yourself? A. You go for a swim. B. Indulge in yoga or meditation. C. Something else.
In yoga and meditation sometimes, and I think it's sleep. Take a hot shower and go to sleep if you're very tired.
I love it too. So something else.
Yeah.
That was so much fun, Mouni. Thank you very much. You truly know how to flaunt your style. You guys can too learn some tricks from Mouni and flaunt your style using the Oppo F17 Pro. It's time to take a short break and to fast charge the Oppo F17 Pro. But we'll be right back to know more about Mouni's journey to stardom right here on your favorite show. Stay tuned. But how difficult was it to convince your parents?
They didn't get convinced. Yeah, English Honours from Miranda House and MA in Mass Comm was finishing at that point of time. I had already finished my dissertation on Habib Tanveer and Indian Street Theatre. So my father truly thought I was an academic waste. That's what that's how he said it.
Welcome back, everyone, to another splendid episode of Oppo F17 Pro presents the Love, Laugh, Live show. I'm here with Mouni Roy, and it's time for yet another refreshing segment with Kingfisher Radler, the adult soft drink with a lemony twist. Cheers. Okay. So, now your journey from television to film has been a beautiful one, an interesting one. What would you say in your years in entertainment would be the highlight?
I think it's very different for people who have followed my work and kind of supported me. Than for me, my highlights were, you know, it started with the first dance reality show that I did called Zara Nach Ke Dikha, then Jhalak Dikhla Ja. Naagin definitely was the biggest turning point of my career, and then Gold, and I still genuinely, truly believe from the bottom of my heart that the best is yet to come, and I would want to, I'm looking for that once in a lifetime kind of a role that is yet to come my way.
What kind of role would it be? I know it's very hard, but people ask you that question. What kind of role would it be?
Play the life of a dancer, and
so a dance,
like a Indian Broadway musical. Something like that.
There you go.
Yeah,
so you're putting it out there. It's nice to also put it out there sometimes, saying this is what I want to do, and the universe hears you.
Yeah, please make it happen.
Please make it happen. Please make it happen for her. Now you come from Cooch Behar. It's a very, very small town. Your mum was the one who used to say, "Chalo, do the dishes," and your dad was one who wanted you to pursue the arts. He wanted you to dance and sing and act. So how did you find a balance there?
I think, you know, my mum is also very progressive. It's just that she truly believes, like now, I think she's the happiest she's been with me in her entire life because I know how to cook. So that is a balance that my mother wanted me to try and balance. And I wish and pray that I had listened to her more. Because, you know...
Every human being should know how to cook, man or woman.
Man or woman.
Yes, yes.
But my father was very peculiar that way. Out of his love for me, he'd just be like, okay, yeah, don't let her do the dishes, or don't let her cook, she'll burn her hand, or, you know, something will happen to her. I was very accident prone, honestly, which is why I think he said what he said. Also that, you know, he thought that, you know, the primitive years were very important for me to shape my life in a way that I would want it to go further.
Yeah.
So it was very important for me to know what I liked doing and what I didn't.
Tell us about your first audition, because that's a very...
It was for Kyunki.
Yes.
So I was walking outside the uni and, you know, somebody tapped my shoulder and said...
So somebody just saw you and said, will you come for an audition?
Yeah, we were 3-4 of us were walking outside our uni and somebody tapped our shoulder and they were doing the audition very close by in a go down. So because they called like a lot of people. When I entered, there were it looked like there were thousands of people. Now I don't know the, you know, sometimes you exaggerate in your head.
Perspective of exactly how many there were, yeah.
So, and I remember entering and I said, you know, I have college tomorrow, I can't wait the whole day. So they said, "Acha, theek hai, you wait." And then they gave all of us the scripts and he wanted me to do girl positive. But the girl positive lines were very difficult, I still remember. And like Shuddh Hindi, and that point of time, you know, you kind of, you get, it's not like you don't watch TV, but you know, in college, who watches like, you know, TV, and you do stuff, right? You're busy, you're doing stuff. So I didn't really, that time I was not very familiar with the language, even when my Hindi was okay, but then the girl negative lines were very, very easy and it had some attitude and I felt like I'd suit that more. So I did that and I came out. But then I have the face that I do, and then Ekta ma'am, I remember Shivangi was the creative head at that point of time, and she told me much later that when I saw you, I knew that Ekta would stop at your audition, and which is what apparently happened. And when they gave me the backstory, Ekta ma'am said, "Who's this girl? Cast her for this," and so on and so
you did
forth.
girl negative lines but got the role of girl positive.
Positive.
Because you are a positive girl. But how difficult was it to convince your parents?
They didn't get convinced. Yeah, English Honours from Miranda House and MA in Mass Comm. I was finishing at that point of time. I had already finished my dissertation on Habib Tanbir and Indian street theatre. So my father truly thought I was an academic waste. That's how he said it. And Anisha said, "Are you mad? No, your mom and dad are right. You can't leave your studies and go. And you know, or even if you come back and sit for your exams, it's not going to be the same because education is education, and which I agree with."
Yes.
So I was deciding, okay, fine, I'll just let it go probably. If I have to do it, then I'll probably go to Bombay, try properly for films and stuff.
Yeah.
That was the plan. But Anisha went home and I received a call at 11:30 in the night, and she was very somber and quiet. Anisha will tell you the story when you meet her. So she said, "You know, I spoke to mom and she's saying you should go." So I said, "Can I talk to auntie?" And both her and auntie's nicknames are Baby, so we call her Baby Auntie. And then so she told me, and I don't think she thought she convinced Baba, but she didn't. Baba didn't speak to me for 2.5 months properly. Obviously, he would have the daughter. Yeah, he'd come on the phone, but he was very upset with my choice. But then, I mean, I never. And I also thought I'm coming to Bombay for a summer job.
Now, in this last 8 months of lockdown, being, you know, getting to spend a lot of time with yourself, what would you say your greatest learning was?
I think this lockdown has made me a more compassionate person, and just the understanding of good and bad, and what's most important in this journey of life is self-realization.
Yes.
And to make our minds and our hearts and this life a better place for both us and the people that we love and choose to exist with.
Thoda hai, thode ki zarurat
hai. See, simply put.
Now, on that beautiful note, we're going to now have some fun.
Okay.
I'm going to play a drinking game with you.
You're not playing it with me?
I can't play it because
we're both playing. We're changing the rules today.
Okay,
whatever question you ask, we both give an answer.
Okay, fine.
We both have an answer.
The rules are changing today because it's Mon.
Yes.
All right. Now, here goes. So, basically, I'm going to give you these statements which are, I have never. And if you have, you're going to have a shot of Kingfisher Radler.
Okay.
I have never sung karaoke.
I have.
I also have, sadly. Sadly for the people around me. I have never stalked an ex-boyfriend on social media.
Never.
You have. I have never re-gifted a gift.
We all have. The perfumes, no?
I have never lied about my age.
We all have, no? You
I have.
Actually, I also have. Everybody knows it.
Yeah. See, that's a good... See, that's why we're friends.
That's why we're friends, yeah.
I have never pretended to be sick for attention. I have never gone to a strip club. Come on.
Yeah. Vegas.
I have never been on a blind date.
I would have wanted to, but no.
I haven't either. I have never created a fake account on social media.
Never.
Neither. I have never fallen asleep on set.
Of course I have. I've done
That's a
TV
part of
for
our
9
lives.
years.
Yes. I have never pretended I was sick to skip a function. For
Of course
sure.
I have.
Okay, we did
Oh,
well.
done.
Both
We
of us
did
did
well.
well.
Yeah.
So that was fun and that was refreshing. And I feel I know you a whole lot better now.
That's a lie.
No, there were a lot of questions that you know, I hadn't asked you
Yeah,
in,
sure.
in this time that we've known each
Yeah,
other.
yeah.
So I have gotten to know more about you. After this, your fans are also going to know about you, more about you, Mon. And all of you, please don't go anywhere. We still have to reach the end. We're going to be back after this break for our last fun segment only on Oppo F17 Pro presents the Love, Laugh, Live Show. A movie title that would best describe your day.
Singing in the rain.
Oh! Welcome back, people, to the last segment of today's episode of Oppo F17 Pro presents the Love, Laugh, Live Show with Mouni Roy. We are about to play an interesting game. It's called the Times Prime Wheel of Good Life. There's a wheel in front of you. You're going to spin it, and whatever category this arrow points to, I'm going to ask you a few questions on it.
Okay.
Just to get to know these aspects of you better.
Should I go?
Go for it. And it's entertainment, entertainment, entertainment. Here goes. A movie title that would best describe your day.
Singing in the rain.
Ah, which film have you watched multiple times and how many times?
Shakespeare in Love. That's just it's coming in the back of my head. It's one of my most favorite movies.
You've seen it like many times.
Many times, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know the number.
An actress that you find your guru.
Vahida Remanji, Madhuri ma'am, Audrey Hepburn, Vivian Leigh, Tabu ma'am. I can go on and on and on and on.
Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep. Oh my God, Meryl Streep. How can I forget her?
There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. We got to know this aspect of you a little
Yeah.
bit better. So we have a small gift for you from Times
How
Prime.
sweet.
So whether it's food, fitness, shopping, travel, entertainment, Times Prime has 15 or more hand-picked offers and subscriptions for you, all in one subscription. It'll be the only subscription, the only membership you'll ever need.
Okay.
So here you go.
Thank
And
you so much.
we also have a small gift from our friends at Confluence.
Okay.
Thank you very much. I'm not going
Thank
to
you.
hand it to you.
That's
You can
fine.
take yes. Yes.
Thank you, Em. I had so much fun being here. Thank you for having me.
So happy to have you here. No, I have to say it for the show. After this, I'll give you a big jappi.
Okay, cool.
Before we say goodbye, let's click a selfie with our Oppo F17 Pro. It has an ultra sleek design and its dual lens bokeh gives an amazing bokeh effect to pictures. So now you can take the perfect selfie portrait even with friends. So are you ready to flaunt? So here we are again, only to begin again. We'll be back with another one of your favorite celebrities who will share their love for others, who laugh out loud a little bit with us, and share their lives with you right here on Oppo F17 Pro presents the Love, Laugh, Live Show only on the Times Network. Until then, this is Mandira Bedi signing off.